Nikki, what time will you be home tonight?
It shouldn't be too late. Why?
I've made a lot of your favorite dishes, so hurry home.
That's why you're texting me? That's strange. Did something happen?
Nothing special. I'm just in a good mood, so I made a lot of your favorite food.
Really? Well, then why are you in such a good mood? Did something good happen?
Well, if you put it like that, there was something that happened today that made me happy.
What? But I'm working right now, so I'll hear all about it later, okay?
I see. If you want, I can tell you about it now.
You just want to tell me about it now, right? If there's something you want to say it already.
Don't talk like that to your mother. But I can't get angry today. I'm in a great mood.
Oh, okay. And what put you in such a great mood?
Today is a celebration. Sarah left our house.
My wife, Sarah? What are you talking about? What do you mean Sarah left our house? Where's Sarah?
I have no idea, and I couldn't care less. That woman is not a family member. She doesn't belong in this house.
I don't understand what you are saying. She doesn't belong in this house. Oh, did you kick Sarah out?
Kick her out? That sounds so mean. That woman left the house on her own accord. I don't know a single thing.
I don't believe that. I'm trying to get a hold of Sarah, but she's not picking up. I hope she's okay. Did you do something to Sarah?
Sarah's phone is right here next to me. I don't think you can get in touch with her.
What? I can't understand what's going on. Can you shed some light? Sarah's phone is at home, but Sarah isn't?
That's right. She isn't very intelligent to leave her phone at home when she goes out.
I still don't understand. Can you give me more details?
That woman, she's the bad one.
Come again.
That woman, she used to torment me. Plus, she thinks she's better than me and her ego. Oh, yikes. She's an awful woman. She keeps telling you sweet lies. I was at the end of my rope, dear.
I hate to interrupt, but as a rational person observing you and Sarah, to me, the tormentor and the person making egotistical remarks was you, Mom.
What are you talking about? How can you say something like that?
If you didn't like what Sarah made for dinner, you would toss it into the garbage bin. You would complain about how she dusted around the house. If Sarah left because of these things, it'll be all your fault, Mom.
What?
Honestly, I don't know what happens between you and Sarah when I'm not around. But I've always suspected you were giving her a hard time, Mom.
I've never done anything to her, Nikki. That woman, she's the bad one.
Moving along, what did you do to her, Mom?
Not a single thing.
I can't imagine Sarah leaving the house without her phone. What awful thing did you do to her?
Not a single thing. I just used my brains a little.
More riddles.
I changed the locks, my dear.
The locks? Oh, what are you talking about?
Don't worry. When you get home, Nikki, just let me know it's you via the intercom, and I'll unlock the door for you. Plus, I've already made a new set of the keys for you, Nikki.
Are you seriously telling me you had the locks on my door changed while Sarah was out?
You got it, my smart little boy. I know what time Sarah leaves the house to run her errands, so I arranged for my friend to come over and change the locks.
You're unbelievable. You did that to force Sarah out of the house? And you took away her phone.
She happened to be charging her phone. I didn't intend for her to leave it here.
That's it. Mom, leave my house.
What? What a strange joke.
It's not a joke. Get out. Leave the key under a plant or something, but leave.
How can you say something so awful to your own mother?
You forced my wife out of our home and changed the locks so she can't come home? That crosses a line.
It was the only way to exterminate that woman. It can't be helped.
Exterminate Sarah? Do you remember you invited yourself to come and stay at my house?
How dare you speak like that?
In any event, you are leaving.
A child must respect, honor, and take care of their parents. Who do you think I am?
Even if you are my mother, I will not forgive you for hurting my wife.
You're choosing that woman over me? Who raised you? Who took care of you when you were a little boy?
I'm grateful you raised me, but after Dad divorced you last year, you suddenly appeared at our house and started living here. Even then, Sarah wasn't entirely comfortable. But being a good person, Sarah tried her best. But you had to push her with your selfish demands and hateful comments. You wouldn't stop even when I asked you to. And then you would secretly torment her whenever I wasn't around.
I didn't do anything like that.
Sarah was really troubled by your actions. She tried really hard to get along with you. But you were cruel and ignored all her well-meaning efforts.
Shut your mouth, Nikki. Don't forget who gave birth to you. Gave you life. You have a bond, an alliance to me. If you stay married to that woman, trust me, our bond, it'll be gone.
That's enough. Can't you stop thinking about yourself for 1 minute?
Thinking about myself?
How many times do you have to say I'm your son, I must do what you want? Well, listen, the house that you are currently living in, that house is Sarah and my house. What gave you the idea it was your house?
Nikki, you are my son.
So what? My money automatically belongs to you? Of course not. I can't believe you changed the locks on my house. Who gave you permission to do so? You know, I can sue you.
Sue me. Don't make it a big deal. We are family, Nikki, my son.
Family? Well, Sarah's an important member of my family. You know she's pregnant. How can you do such an awful thing to her while she's carrying my child?
Well, because after she has her child, you may want to kick me out or something. That's why I thought it was better to separate you two. That woman.
Stop it already. I can't understand what you were texting. I can't help but think you're insane. In any case, the person who's leaving is not Sarah, but you.
How can you? How can you speak to your mother like this?
I won't think of you as my mother anymore.
What?
I'm saying I want to cut off all ties to you. Get out of my house now.
Why are you saying this?
I got a message from Sarah's father.
Sarah's father?
She left her phone charging at home and went to run errands, but when she got back, the locks were changed and you wouldn't let her back in the house. She had no choice but to go to her parents' home. Sarah's father said, if this type of nonsense continues, Sarah should stay at his home and not mine. I'm sad to say, I agree with him.
Then have Sarah stay with her parents. Problem solved.
So I told her father clearly that my mother would be leaving the house, so Sarah will be safe.
What? Whatever do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I will have you leave the house immediately. I'm on my way to pick up Sarah at her parents' house. So gather your things and leave before we get home.
I don't know how you could say something like this. To kick your very own mother out of your house. I don't think you have it in you to actually go through with it.
I can and will do it. This is my house. If you plan to stay there any longer, I'll have no choice but to call the police. Wouldn't it be better for you to leave on your own?
The police? Why do you want to make this such a big deal? It's just a trivial misunderstanding within the family. I'm sure it can be resolved quickly. I have all your favorite food prepared. So come home.
Be quiet, and please leave.
Are you being serious? You would really kick your mother out?
I don't want to live with a mother who would kick out my pregnant wife. I want to cut off all relations. I mean, I will cut off all relations.
I'm so disappointed in you, Nikki. I can't believe you are my son.
Please don't think of me as your son anymore. From today, we are no longer family.
I don't know how you can say something like this. Don't you feel sorry for your poor mother?
See, that's what I mean about your texts being self-serving. Don't you feel sorry for Sarah? I understand why Dad had to divorce you.
I thought you would always be on my side, Nikki. You're my son, Nikki. You have a bond, an alliance to me.
Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Say whatever you want to. I called Gertrude. She said she's on her way to pick you up.
Gertrude? Like my daughter Gertrude? Why'd you call her?
She's the only one you'll listen to.
I can't believe you told Gertrude. She's going to scold me.
Maybe you need to be scolded so you could feel some remorse. Maybe it was my fault that I was too easy and soft on you, but I can't take care of you anymore. I feel bad for Gertrude, but she'll be able to handle you, I'm sure.
If Gertrude gets a hold of me, she'll put me in a home for the elderly.
I highly doubt that. I know you and Gertrude never got along, but you really should be grateful she hasn't abandoned you.
Gertrude just drove up. I know. I won't open the door.
Can you please not cause a scene in my house? And leave quickly and quietly with her. In any event, you and I, we aren't family anymore. Got it?
Don't say that. I have always treasured you, Nikki. More than anyone else in the world.
That's nice to hear, but if that's true, you would have treasured the people who are important in my life, like my wife, Sarah. It's a shame, but this is goodbye.
Give me another chance, Nikki. I promise I'll be nice to Sarah. I won't complain about anything.
So you were aware that you weren't nice to Sarah, and you complained a lot. But it's too late. I want to treasure my family. My family excluding you. Well, then, goodbye. Just leave, and never contact me again.
Gertrude ended up forcing the door open and dragged her mother, Livia, out of the house. Gertrude was living with her father, Livia's ex-husband. So Livia was scolded by both. Gertrude made arrangements for Livia to live in her own apartment, and even found her a job. Even after all that Gertrude did for her, Livia couldn't stop complaining. None of the family wanted to be around her, and one by one, everyone cut her out of their lives. As a result, Livia lives in her small apartment, with no one to talk to, go out with, even share a cup of coffee with, as she grows older, all alone. Nikki and Sarah had a beautiful baby boy. The three of them are living happily together as a family.